For 2,000 years, give or take a few, ships have been coming to the mouth of the Avon from abroad, or as the portmen say, from foreign.
On a day like this, I don't dig the cerebrospinal system.
No, I can't say I'm exactly with the Industrial Revolution.
What you need is some real history. Come on, I'll show you around Bristol.
He'll show me, the man says. I was born here, remember?
When we went in the pen, we used to stand up there at the whim of every stevedore, just like a load of Catalan slaves being picked out one by one. And if he didn't like the look of your face, that was it. No work, no nothing.
No medical, just went in there and you write your name and they went into the union, and if they approved of you, you got your job. And it's right, start Monday, and that's how I became a docker. On these banana boats, I suppose it was about 5 decks down, and you had like a conveyor belt, and you should chuck your banana in, like your stems of banana in, then another deck, go on like that, take it in turns. But the bottom deck used to fill it all up, see, so they can finish quicker and sit down and let everybody else carry on with the work. Anyway, you want to see the spiders in there and the snakes around the stems of these bananas. Great big things like that, spiders in there. And it was really hard work, and it was ever so hot down there.
There stands the pen where I used to go and get my work. Of course, remember that?
Yes, all these old doors, but of course they used to be grey years ago.
Yeah.
Just go in there into the pen, and you used to go along there, and used to be the platform, didn't there?
That's right, yeah.
Steps this end, steps the other end.
The other end.
And they used to come along there, all the dockers, 200 or 300 of them, and the dockers used to be back there, all fighting for work, didn't they? And the regular dockers here for the regular stevedores who should know their faces.
All the blue eyes and the has-beens.
And all the young ones there trying to get work.
Shoving their books up.
Trying to get, and you used to go ignore them, didn't they?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you had to make yourself known, didn't you? Like,
quite, yeah. Of course, before that, this was a pen. It was a labour exchange.
Yes.
And the manager of the labour exchange, when they wanted men at Avonmouth, he used to have to come out and chase us all around there because we didn't go in the labour exchange then.
No.
We only used to go in there to sign on.
Yeah.
And he used to chase us all around the pen and all around the labour, trying to catch us.
3 boats used to come in there. One where the Industrial Museum is now. This is there. Used to unload the Guinness and like general cargo, and he used to work 2 days work on there. Then another boat used to come over on a Wednesday, round where the Coke House used to be. Can you remember the Coke House? Round on Cannons Marsh. One used to pull around in there, so they had men going over there as well. And then another boat used to come in on a Thursday, in the same place by the Guinness sheds and there, and unloading. So they had regular work. The Bristol Steam Navigation dockers, look, because they used to work for a stevedore and more or less used to keep with them. But with us, we used to do the timber work, the pulp, carrying timber, but anything what was going, you know. But once you made your name on the docks and you was a good worker, you was in.
These are a pair of trucks we used to use for the discharging of the cargoes. We used to load the cargoes on the top and transport them from the ship side up to the shed. 1 man either side and 1 man in the shafts.
They had 6 chaps on there, used to call them the Easy 6. And I worked, luckily I got on with one of them, and I'll tell you what, the work they used to do is unbelievable. I mean, I've with dockers who've been in there, and they used to work hard. But when you work with them, it's unbelievable what you used to do. You used to put a strop, which was a rope, around 4 bales of pulp, and let it stand up, and just took it up in the crane, pick it up and gone. But if we tried it, it didn't work.
Over on my left, where the watershed is now, that was a sugar warehouse where we discharged sugar. Well, we used to get 6 pence per day sticky money for that. The same as when we worked on timber in this berth, we used to get 6 pence a day extra for splinter money.
The true thing on the docks is never stand inside your hoist. Always keep outside of it. Anyway, we was there, they come over with this hoist, they lowered it down, and this kiddie ran round inside of it. Before I had a chance to look it, they hooked it up and dragged it against the side of the ship, and dragged it up the side of the ship.
There were a lot of old men up in these docks, weren't
That's
there?
right, yeah.
And of course, in the 1960s, I think it was about 1965-6, they brought in compulsory retirement at 65.
Yeah,
When none of them had any pension,
that's right.
nothing.
No,
For all the years they've been, some of them have been there 40, 50 years,
yeah,
and they had nothing at all. And so what they did was they had a voluntary contribution of the men of £1 a week, and they used to give them 10 shillings a week.
yeah.
And even after they brought in the pension, and that's the Dock Labour Board, some of them only used to get 10 bob a week.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, £2 a month.
If there was somebody ill
Yeah.
or couldn't work or that, you used to have a chair, used to be by the door,
Yeah.
and you used to have a barrel on there, and used to get their money and put it in every Thursday dinner time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, chuck a bar in the
Get
bar,
paid
yeah.
Thursday dinner
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
put the money in the barrel like, and then
Yeah,
one
well-
of the dockers or whoever so used to pick it all up and used to take it to their house, didn't they?
Well, I know that I know 4 men there, two brothers, and they always put £2 each on the barrel. Always. Whether they knew him or whether they didn't. Whether it was a death, we always went in for a day. Yeah. Yeah. Or
And the stevedores understood that, didn't they?
yeah,
Like, you know.
or work without him and
Yeah.
give him his
That's
hooked
right.
him in, give him his money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We always did that. You had to.
Be stacks of work down Avonmouth, meat boats, grain boats, timber boats, pot boats, you name it. But now, all you look in the paper is these oil boats and grain boats. And there's hardly any work for the dockers. It's all port for you now for the cars, isn't it? You know, these, and I don't think there's many dockers in Avonmouth not now. That'd be quite honest with you. They sport a good living, really, when they shut their docks up. Because many a good old dockers, if the old dockers was to see what happened to that, they turn over in their grave, I reckon.
This is a letter I wrote to my local port newspaper, the Portfolio, on my retirement. Outside of the main gate, some 600 men stand around in groups. Most wear flat caps with mufflers crosswise around their necks, the ends tucked around their braces. Amongst the crowd stands a youth of 19, rather lost in the hubbub around him, his late father's black book in his pocket and his old hook in his belt. He moves forward as his name is called, and thus began my first day as a registered dock worker. Now 42 years on, I have left my life around the screw. I have no certificate on the wall, no watch in my pocket to thank me for my services. All I possess is the memory of the many comrades I worked with, some good, some bad, but all stood as one, right or wrong, in the struggles we had for a better standard of living. This, I am glad to see, has now been achieved, but at the expense of matiness and cheer that existed during my young days, and the docks are a sadder place without it.